Time now for sports news on the news at 10 with Ayotunde Balogun.
Thank you so much, Gimba. Rangers International Football Club have appealed to the Confederation of African Football (CAF) for a change to the time fixed for their Confederation Cup games. The group phase of the CAF Confederation Cup is scheduled to hold on December the 1st, and the African Football Governing Body fixed Rangers' opening game against Pyramids of Egypt at 2 p.m. Nigerian time. But the seven-time Nigerian champions are appealing for the game to be played at 4 p.m. because of the hot weather conditions, with temperatures reaching as high as 40 degrees. The club said the timing of the game can affect the health of the players and affect the turnout of spectators at the Nnamdi Azikiwe Stadium in Enugu. In England, Jose Mourinho has made a willing return to club management as Tottenham Hotspur withstood West Ham United's fight back. Alexander Lacazette scored a 96th minute equaliser as Arsenal drew 2-2 against Southampton to increase the pressure on manager Unai Emery. First half goals from João Moutinho and Raul Jimenez earned Wolverhampton Wanderers' victory at Bournemouth. Roberto Firmino scored a late winner as league leaders Liverpool maintained their lead at the top with a win over Crystal Palace at Selhurst Park. Jamie Vardy maintained his brilliant scoring streak as Leicester outclassed Brighton. Norwich ended a run of 7 games without a win with an away victory over Merseyside giants Everton. Burnley strike partners Chris Wood and Ashley Barnes both scored second-half goals to secure the 3 points at Watford. And champions Manchester City got back to winning ways by coming from behind to beat Chelsea 2-1 in an entertaining game played at the Etihad Stadium. Meanwhile, the Portuguese tactician Jose Mourinho says he is happy with his players after delivering Tottenham Hotspur's first away win in the Premier League since January in his first game in charge with a 3-2 win at West Ham United today. Heung-min Son, Lucas Moura and Harry Kane scored the goals as Mourinho made an instant impact after replacing the sacked Mauricio Pochettino on Wednesday. Tottenham were cruising at 3-0 up, and although Michail Antonio and Angelo Ogbonna scored for the home side, it was too little too late for the Hammers. And that's a wrap on Sports News. I'm Ayotunde Balogun. It's back to you, Gimba.
At least 24 people are reported to have died in landslides caused by heavy rain in West Pokot County in Kenya. Officials say that the bodies of at least 12 people, including 7 children, have been recovered. The villages have also been cut off by flooded roads, and at least one bridge was reportedly swept away, hampering rescue efforts. The landslides come amid weeks of destructive rains and flooding across East Africa.
More than 1 million people in East Africa have been affected by flooding this month after higher than normal rainfall. The violent downpours have displaced tens of thousands in Somalia and submerged whole towns in South Sudan, while dozens of people have been killed in flash floods and landslides in parts of Ethiopia and Tanzania. Close to 1 million people in South Sudan alone are affected, with growing fears of disease and starvation. As this region experienced a severe drought earlier this year, according to the International Rescue Committee, more than 12 million people in Somalia, South Sudan and Kenya are already facing severe food insecurity. Floods hit East Africa regularly, but scientists say this has been worsened by a powerful climate phenomenon in the Indian Ocean, stronger than any seen in years. The extreme weather is blamed on the Indian Ocean Dipole, a climate system defined by the difference in sea surface temperature between western and eastern areas of the ocean. The ocean off East Africa is currently far warmer than usual, resulting in higher evaporation and rain over the continent. Rains are forecast to continue until the end of the year, and humanitarian organizations are warning of waterborne diseases and mass displacement.
British opposition leader Jeremy Corbyn has defended his decision to adopt a neutral stance in a future Brexit referendum as a sign of strength and maturity. The Labour leader told the BBC Question Time Leader Special on Friday that he would not campaign for Leave or Remain if his party wins power. Prime Minister Boris Johnson questioned how Mr Corbyn could be indifferent on such a vital issue. And Lib Dem leader Jill Swinson accused him of an abdication of leadership. But Mr Corbyn says that acting as an honest broker is a sensible way forward. And the main news again. The Nigerian military today confirmed that over 500 Boko Haram insurgents who recently surrendered to troops in the theatre of operations are set to commence de-radicalization in Gombe. It is the largest number of surrenders since the beginning of the program in 2015. Also today, the United States Department of Justice slammed Air Peace Chief Executive Officer Alan Oyema with bank fraud charges to the tune of $20 million, but the airline boss denied the charges, insisting that he has never committed bank fraud anywhere. And over 20 people today died in landslides caused by flooding in Kenya's West Pokot County as severe weather threatens East African region. And that's how it's been on the news at 10 tonight. I want to thank you so much indeed for being a part of it. On behalf of all of us here, have a splendid night rest and a great week ahead. I'm Gimba Umar. Good night.